Station 252.
If I could have only one module that generates triggers and gates, that undoubtedly would be the Trigger Riot, and technically it is not even a sequencer. I bought mine immediately upon its release, way back in 2013-12. Nevertheless, it's still an absolutely essential module for me. Under the faceplates is still the same old Trigger Riot that I bought what feels like a lifetime ago. And honestly, I think it is one of the best Eurorack modules ever made. Period. It is not as simple as some, not the most intuitive for programming drums, but once you wrap your head around it, it is actually a very straightforward module to use. So, what does it do, you might ask? Trigger Riot can divide clocks and multiply them. Each divider has its own probability. Each clock divider can be shifted in clock divisions. It can also be shifted in milliseconds. Each divider has a pulse width. Few things to keep in mind. There are multiple ways that the Trigger Riot can be used. Here are a few. It can drive and reset your analog step sequencers. It can trigger and gate your envelopes. Reset LFOs, basically trigger anything that has trigger, gates, reset inputs and clock inputs. It can be used as a trigger sequencer even though it's not a sequencer in the traditional sense of the word. It can be the brain and the heart of your Eurorack drum machine and sample playback system. Let's get some patch cables running and see what we can do with it. As I've said, Trigger Riot is quite a complex module. This video is about how I use this module and which functions are relevant to my workflow, but the module is much deeper than that. Please go to Tiptop Audio's website and read the Trigger Riot manual. It is a very interesting and fascinating read, like all Tiptop Audio manuals, with great practical examples, easy to understand language and easy to understand explanations. Overall, it is a highly recommended read, even if you read it just out of curiosity. In the manual, you will find all the information about the step menu, about the synchronization, various looping functionality, information about presets, preset looping, and so on and so forth. Thank you for watching and keep on patching. Step placed at the placed when where one